Two things are happening right now, and they don't add up. The stock market keeps smashing record highs. Regular cavemen are putting dinner on a payment plan. Nearly a third of them are financing groceries that way now, double what it was 2 years ago. Meet Seb. 20 years ago, he was flipping burgers and living off government checks. Today, he runs the company that lets you chop a takeout dinner into four little payments. And he owns nearly a billion shinies worth of it. Here's the part nobody's saying out loud. Half the jungle is already in a recession. The other half is just spending loud enough to hide it. And who do you think is getting rich off the half that can't pay? This is the recession that's already here. Explained. On paper, the jungle is booming. Stocks at all-time highs. Spending strong. Every headline says the same thing. Best economy in years. But Og's got one question the headlines keep dodging. Who's doing all that spending? The richest tenth of the jungle, cavemen pulling in at least 250,000 shinies a year, now cover nearly half of everything spent in the entire country. Half. The highest it's ever been. Their caves are worth more than ever, their stockpiles at record highs, so they're feasting and feasting hard. Now the other 80% of the tribe? Their spending hasn't budged in years. They haven't felt this lousy about money since the last time prices went insane. See the trick? Average a tiny crowd that's feasting with a huge crowd that's barely hanging on, and out pops one happy number. Spending is strong. It's the old bar joke. A billionaire walks in, and on average, everybody's a millionaire. Doesn't mean you can afford the next round. So the boom is real for the people at the top of it. And through all of this, one company's been growing like a weed off everybody else. Because the proof of where the rest of the tribe actually stands isn't in the spending number at all. It's in how they're paying. Here's where it snaps into place. How do you know the bottom of the jungle is already in a recession? When every headline screams the opposite. You watch what they're buying and how. They're financing groceries. They're financing a single takeout dinner. $10 at a time, 4 times, stretched over 6 weeks. Like a mortgage. For dinner. That's Seb's company, Klarna, and the other pay later apps right alongside it. 119 million people using it now, and the fastest growing piece of the whole business is exactly this, chopping everyday purchases into little loans. And who's reaching for it? The bank watcher cops, the agency whose whole job is shielding regular folks from predatory lending, found the people leaning on pay later skew toward the lowest credit scores, already buried under other debt. The cavemen with no cushion left, the ones a real recession hits first. So let all get this straight. A booming economy does not put dinner on layaway. Half the jungle is already in a recession. The other half is just spending loud enough to hide it. And it gets better. About a year ago, those same bank watcher cops, the ones who just started writing rules to rein this in, quietly backed off and shelved them. Right as broke cavemen were leaning on pay later harder than ever. No referee, no whistle, no rules, just a running tab on the people with the least cushion to begin with. The cops didn't lose this fight. They walked off the field. Meanwhile, Seb, the guy who once lived on welfare himself, is sitting on nearly a billion shinies of stock in the company that profits off the squeeze. Funny how that works. The worse the bottom does, the more dinners it has to finance. And the more dinners it finances, the better that stock looks. So what does this mean for regular cavemen like you and me? Next time you're checking out on DoorDash and you spot that friendly little button, split into 4 payments, look at it closely. That button is the recession. That's what it looks like up close. Not a stock chart, a dinner you had to break into 4 pieces just to afford tonight. And it's a trap with teeth. Miss a payment, the fees pile on, juggle a few of these at once. Most people do. And you're paying off last week's dinner while you order this week's. It dings your credit score now too. You're not buying convenience. You're renting your own paycheck back from somebody, a week at a time, and somebody's collecting on every single bite. So what can we do about it? Start by ignoring the headline and asking one question. Whose economy is roaring? Because the rules for all this pay later business are being written right now, quietly, while everyone's staring at the stock tickers. The only thing that decides whether they protect you or the lender is whether anyone makes noise about it. It's a free jungle after all. But just remember, when the bill finally comes due on all those little dinners, it's regular cavemen holding it, not Seb. So the next time you tap that button to split your dinner into 4, remember this. 20 years ago, Seb was the guy who couldn't afford the dinner. Now he's the guy who collects on it. If any cavemen are confused, This is just a simple satirical explainer about a lopsided economy. For legal reasons, this video is about fictional cavemen in a make-believe jungle. Please do not sue Og. And this is just one face of it. There's a whole machine built in the gap between the two economies. The rent, the overdraft, the card, the little payment button. Og's gonna walk you through every piece. Like and subscribe if you want more. The bigger the tribe, the louder Og gets. Half the jungle is already in a recession. The other half is just spending loud enough to hide it. We'll see you in the next one.